Hashanah is the Jewish New Year, and it starts this Sunday at sundown. And Jewish people from all around the world will congregate in synagogues to pray for a good new year ahead for all mankind. And joining me this morning is Chef Annabelle Cohen of Annabelle Cohen Cooks Detroit.
Hello.
And you're showing us some special dishes that you're working on here.
Yes.
But you also said some sweet food too, to have hopefully have a sweet New Year.
Exactly. Sweet is the operative word. It's the one meal of the year where almost everything you eat is sweet. Sometimes the side dishes are sweet. You have desserts, you eat apples and honey, you eat fruit. It's a sweet menu.
Everything you have here looks delicious too.
Thank you so much.
What are you putting together for us today?
Kugel, this is kugel.
Kugel.
It translates roughly into a noodle pudding, and basically we are putting ingredients in with cooked noodles, and again there are hundreds and hundreds of recipes. This is just one of them that I'm making with applesauce, because apples are traditional for the new year. This one is less sweet. It doesn't have so much sugar in it because we're adding the applesauce, which makes it sweet.
Okay,
and
great.
This also only has a little bit of oil. And typically you can put a cup of oil in a kugel or butter or something. Mm-hmm. But this one only has a couple of tablespoons because the applesauce makes it moist and sweet. So this one is starting with noodles. This is 1 pound of broad noodles, or wide noodles is another word. These are egg noodles, but use any noodle you want. Okay. If you're working with gluten-free, then it's a little bit different. You have to kind of play around with it. It doesn't react the same way.
So we've got applesauce.
Applesauce, 3 cups.
3 cups of it.
3 cups. We've got 5 eggs, lightly beaten. We have some brown sugar, 1/2 cup.
Okay.
A little bit of salt. Some cinnamon, which is yummy and delicious with apples, and a little bit of olive oil, believe it or not.
Okay.
And you just mix this all together. You pour it into a casserole, like a greased sort of a casserole, 9 by 13. I use, because I make so many of them, these aluminum pans. I'm pulling it out of a drawer.
Look at that.
So
Done just like that.
Yeah, spray, put it into the pan, and bake at 350 for about 1 hour.
Okay.
So then you have this kugel. Let us sit for a few minutes, and then to cut it, it's a little trick I have, and I don't know if you can see. I'm going to move things over just a little bit.
Move this out of the way.
Move my chicken out of here. To cut it, basically I take the kugel in the pan, and it doesn't matter if it's a glass pan or aluminum pan or any sort of a pan, and I take the kugel, and because it's sort of hard to cut in the pan, it's like cutting brownies, and I just turn it upside down like this. Okay.
Look at that.
Yes. Then I cut it upside down, and then I sort of turn it right side up. You can cut it any size you want, nice big squares, and you serve it warm. And I drizzle honey on top of it.
So this is what you, after you cut them up?
That's what you get. Yep.
Yeah. Look at these. These are perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. And they're yummy and they're sweet. And
holds together, sweet, and I mean applesauce and cinnamon alone. And
exactly.
Else you added
yeah. So it's a very simple recipe, just a few ingredients, and you could also make dairy kugels, but this one has no dairy. So if somebody's keeping kosher, they can eat this with their meal.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're running out of time here.
Okay.
But
well, I have recipes.
You have recipes
online
too.
and in the Detroit Jewish News.